Have you ever been told that you're too much? Whether that's from previous partners in relationship, could be an attitude or words you got from your family, which causes an even further suppression and shutting down of who we naturally are. So let's go to the side of the hand, repeating after me. Say, even though I may have been judged as being too much, and I've taken that on, I have compassion for myself as best I can. Because surely I went through a painful experience. That part of me just wants to be protected from ever happening again. Even though I carry this fear that I'm going to be seen as too much, that I should edit or suppress who I am because it's simply too much for others to handle. I choose to honor and accept myself as best I can, honoring that this fear is there for a reason. And so even though I carry this feeling that if I'm just who I naturally am, if I have the needs that I seem to have, people will judge it as too much. It'll scare away a future partner. I need to protect myself. I need to present myself the right way in order to avoid that painful rejection. I choose to have compassion for myself and wherever this comes from. Okay, let's go through the points now and repeating after me. This feeling, this fear of being too much, this sense in my body, this feeling when I think about relationship, this reaction that says, let's be sure to dial it down. Let's be sure to present ourselves in the way that's acceptable. I'm going to be too much if I just relax and be me. Maybe I got the message. Who I am is somehow too much. There's something abnormal about me. There's probably like a standard baseline of how much most people are, what's normal or healthy in a relationship. And I've gotten the message that I'm beyond that. And so I need to watch out for that. And I may have heard messages trying to empower myself, saying, well, hey, it's their problem and I should just be who I am. But there may be something deep within me that experienced really significant pain and loss. A sense of being disconnected from important people. Taking on an identity, which is a protective mechanism. Because my body, mind, nervous system learned, wow, this is really dangerous. People I care about disconnect from me and say or act as if my presence, my energy, my desires, my natural expression of who I am is overwhelming. it's somehow unpleasant or uncomfortable. And it's painful to acknowledge that. But as best I can, I'm choosing to be present with that pain. This is not just a meaningless fear. This is not just a limiting belief. There's experiences I picked up, whether I remember them or not. Whether it's something I watched or directly happened to me. Said, hey, be careful, don't be too much. It's trying to protect me. So I'm not trying to get rid of that. I'm honoring it and feeling it. I'm allowing it to process. Maybe on a certain level, those particular people did not know how to be with me, did not know how to meet my needs, were not equipped or regulated themselves. And so they judged it as my problem. And I internalized that. Because that's what humans do. Especially young ones. So this all may have actually happened. But perhaps I can be open to exploring a different interpretation. Yes, it was painful. Yes, they judged me. Said I was too much. It created real pain. But maybe that was their reaction. Maybe it's not objectively true that who I truly am is too much as a matter of fact for all people, that anyone I were to ever meet would not be able to handle me, would not enjoy who I am. And I don't have to make this black or white. I don't have to now proclaim. I'm just going to be 100%, putting all my desires on the table, acting totally uninhibited with everyone I meet. I can still be attuned. I can still feel into each person in each moment. But I'm open to relaxing this assumed position that they will definitely find me to be too much. That I actually am too much. I choose to give other people the opportunity to make their own assessment and make my own assessment. Relaxing the past experiences, letting those people speak for everyone in my future. If there's anything about myself or my reactions that I genuinely want to work on or change, that's fine. Humans are not perfect. But it doesn't mean I'm too much. And it doesn't mean I have to change things about myself. Before I can be in good relationships, relationships can be part of my process, or not, as I choose. Relaxing this belief and feeling that I'm actually too much as I continue to relax and release the emotions and energy around those past experiences that made this feel like a truth. All right, let's take a breath. How did that feel? Feel like it's got some things moving for you? I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear your comments. As always, my approach is we're not trying to get rid of even a feeling that we often judge as negative or try to step into kind of a false empowerment like, hey, I'm not too much, it's your problem. I don't find that to be particularly effective. If you want to learn more about how I approach this in general, there's a link in the description to a free guide outlining my approach to this work, as well as some other stuff in the description about how we can go a little more in depth, a little more personal in groups or one-on-one with this kind of work. Hope it helps, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks.